When you start a game, you're weak and feeble. Slowly, you progress and find weapons and upgrades to help you hold your own in a fight. There's no better feeling than when, after hours of barely scraping by, you get that one item that gives you the feeling of true power. So here are our picks for items inside games that completely change them. First up is Dead Space 2, Foam Finger. Dead Space 2 is a scary game. Following in the footsteps of the previous installment in the horror franchise, you have to fight your way through a space station infested with deadly necromorphs. The already insane level of difficulty is added by the progressing mental illness displayed by your character, Isaac Clarke. How many controllers have been broken because of the players being slaughtered at the hands of the alien monsters? Countless! But what if you had a weapon that could make a necromorph explode with as little as pointing in its direction? Something that would send limbs flying everywhere? Well, you're in luck because there actually is such a weapon in Dead Space 2. The Foam Finger is a giant finger glove, like those used by the audience at sports games. All you have to do is point the index finger at an enemy you see, and they explode. Oh, and it never runs out of ammo either. Once you have this weapon, it makes the entire game a cakewalk, as the existential threat of the necromorphs is gone. Of course, you still have to solve all the puzzles yourself, so it's not all that easy. And the catch here is that to unlock it, you need to first beat the game, which unlocks a much harder difficulty. Then you have to beat the game on this new difficulty, after which the Foam Finger will be available in your arsenal. Next, we have Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Sliquifire. This one comes from Black Ops' famous zombie mode that has you facing off against endless hordes of zombies until you inevitably die. Thankfully, there are some supernatural elements at play to help you survive a little longer. One of the more directly useful ones is the Wonder Weapons. These are weapons that don't exist in real life, like the ray gun. Most of these Wonder Weapons have a sci-fi or fantasy twist, and if you manage to get your hands on one, your gameplay becomes a lot easier. The Sliquifire is the primary Wonder Weapon featured in the DLC map, Die Rise. To get your hands on it, you have to craft it by gathering parts from across the map. It's so strong that only one player can have it at a time. After it's been crafted, if that player manages to lose it or dies, it's available in the mystery box. This weapon takes a single shot that makes a zombie explode on contact, no matter what round you're on. That alone would make it the most powerful weapon in the game, just going off of damage alone. But the Sliquifire takes it up a notch. If you aim it at a group of zombies, the effect chains, and one by one, they all die. This chaining effect was so effective when Die Rise launched that the developers thought it was too overpowered, and so they nerfed it. Post-patch, it doesn't kill zombies in one shot after round 100, and each zombie leaves a slippery puddle when killed, making it harder to maneuver around the map. Even after this patch though, the Sliquifire is by far the strongest weapon in Black Ops 2 Zombie Mode. Now for the Borderlands series, the Sham. The Borderlands games are full of powerful weapons and armor to find. The whole point of the progression system in the game is that you find better loot as you play, which helps you defeat stronger enemies. This in turn gives you access to even better items, and this cycle repeats for the full game. This is why the games are so popular, taking elements from dungeon crawler games and adding the first-person shooter twist. One of the super rare items you can find in your playthrough is the Sham. This one is only available in Borderlands 2. In Borderlands the pre-sequel, it's one of the rarest items in the game, but once you see what it does, you'll realize that the low drop rate is justified. The Sham only has a 3.3% chance of dropping at the bunker location. It can also drop from any loot source, but with a way lower chance than even 3.3%. The Sham is a shield, not exactly a fun weapon, so why is it so sought after? Well, once you have it, depending on which variant you found, you have up to a 94% chance of absorbing any gunfire. This beats out the second best absorption shield by more than twice the absorption chance. So this effectively makes ranged enemies useless against you. And since you can already pick off melee foes from far away, the entire game becomes easy. Oh, and did we mention the bullets you absorb go into your ammo store? That's right. The Sham basically makes you an invincible killing machine that never runs out of ammo. Next up, Super Mario 3D Land, Invincibility Leaf. In a testament to modern video games not wanting to be too difficult, comes the Invincibility Leaf. Nintendo is known to market its games to kids, so it makes sense that they want to give a way out to players who just can't make it past a certain level. If you're stuck on a level in Super Mario 3D Land and you keep dying over and over, your savior shows up. The Invincibility Leaf spawns, and if you equip it, it turns you into a white Tanuki Mario, or Luigi. This new form, as the power-up name suggests, doesn't take any damage at all, and can't die. Also, you get unlimited flight. After getting the Invincibility Leaf, you can complete the level with your eyes closed. You revert back to normal form after it's over though. It takes dying 5 times to spawn the Invincibility Leaf, but the damage to your ego is one thing it can't protect you from. Now for Terraria, Zenith. The cute pixel survival game like Minecraft, which is often compared to, is filled with monsters trying to kill you. In fact, Terraria is actually more combat focused than Minecraft is. Different monsters can spawn depending on the time of day, or even the game mode you choose to play. So to make sure you survive your run long enough, it's important to have the right weapons at your disposal. While there's no shortage of powerful tools to help you defeat enemies, this one sword outclasses them all. It's called Zenith, and it's one of the hardest items to craft in-game, but it's more than worth the hassle. First of all, you need to have 10 other swords already in your inventory to even begin crafting Zenith. 2 of these are Star Wrath and Meowmere, which are already extremely rare in their own right. They only drop when the Moon Lord is killed, and even then, they have a very low chance of dropping. Next thing you need is an Orichalcum or or Mithril Anvil, and you're set. When you do get your hands on Zenith, saying it's overpowered is an understatement. At 190 base damage, it's the strongest sword available, and every attack spawns the component swords. So you see all the swords fly out and attack the enemy. Zenith projectiles even pass through blocks and enemy invincibility frames, and have a slight homing effect. If you get Zenith, you're basically set for the game. In fact, with the right combination of items and buffs equipped, its damage can go as high as 70,000 DPS. Finally, we have Call of Duty Black Ops Thunder Gun. Wonder weapons from zombies have been mentioned before, but this one deserves its own entry on this list. The classic Thunder Gun from the first Black Ops game is arguably the most useful weapon to have in zombies. This is because of how the game is usually played. For higher round strategies, players have discovered that the most effective way to survive is to run around the map and bunch zombies together. This is called training. When all the zombies for the round have spawned and they're all clustered together, that's when you start shooting, and this is where the Thunder Gun shines. It can take out an entire train with a single shot. So in the early to mid rounds, you could win just by firing one shot at a horde. Unfortunately, it doesn't have unlimited damage, so on higher rounds it only pushes zombies away. It still deals a lot of damage, but it doesn't necessarily kill them. The Thunder Gun still stays useful in another way though. One of the most common ways people die in zombie mode is they get trapped by a group of zombies. You can't move out of the way or kill them all fast enough so you go down. What's normally a game-ending problem is an easy fix for the Thunder Gun. Just aim and shoot, and it sends the entire mass of undead flying, giving you time to catch your bearings and escape. So for later rounds, it's recommended to get the Mule Kick perk, which lets you have an extra weapon. That way you can keep the Thunder Gun as an extra for these emergencies, and you can breeze through the rounds with your main guns. That's a wrap for this video. Which item do you think changes its game the most? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one!